What's up, everybody? Fame Rothstein here. Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. YouTube edition. Soul on Ice edition, all right? Today is Saturday, February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. I'm not going to make any jokes about how some of y'all found out if you were Barbara or Shirley, for those who get that reference. We're not going into all that. I hope you had a great day. I don't get into all that toxic behavior, or I try to stay away from it anyway. But like I always say about this time, or say most of the time, if you feel you have a gambling problem, do not listen to this show. Please contact your state or your local Gamblers Anonymous Association hotline. Because on this show, we will be discussing sports investing through sports wagering. All right? And speaking of which, if you heard the podcast yesterday, Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Breaker. You went 3-0 yesterday. I gave you 3 joints, and they all hit, all right? Let's see, I gave you one in hockey yesterday. That was the New York Rangers on the money line at plus 125 at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Rangers won. Even though they were the road dog, they won 3-1. Told you they would. We also gave you college basketball. We said Yale -4 at Princeton. Yale smoked them by about like 30 or 40. Yale beat the brakes off of the Princeton Tigers. And then we also had the writer from the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, or Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference. Oh, it's Metro. I forget. I used to write that conference, though. You guys know that. Writer going to the Siena Saints. Ryder coming there 14-9. Siena was 11-10 going into the game last night. Siena was a 5.5-point favorite at home. They won by 10. Okay? We got to that bag last night. 2 games over for the week. Let's see if we can keep it going, because we don't, just like when we were in the morass for a couple weeks recently, we don't dwell on wins. We don't dwell on losses, all right? We got 3 again today. 2 hockey, 1 college basketball, like I told you. This is a Soul on Ice edition, all right? Here go your 2 hockey ones, all right? First off, we got the Chicago Blackhawks. I wish I could do that stereotypical Chicago accent. The Chicago Blackhawks. See, that sounds like somebody trying to do a impersonation of Chicago. Shout out to the Windy City. I'm sorry. I'm broadcasting from the Queen City, the Republic of Cincinnati. You're just 6 hours away. We cousins. I apologize, all right? But at any rate, Chicago Blackhawks, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taze in them, going to the Calgary Flames, where they got, Chakuk? How you say his name? Jonathan Chakuk? Matthew Chakuk and my man, Jonathan Gaudreau, okay? They're going to the Calgary Flames, with Kachuk and Gaudreau. And we're going to take the Calgary Flames on the money line. They're -141. Not too far off the true odds of 110, but of -110. But hey, I like that as a home favorite. The Calgary Flames hosting the Chicago Blackhawks, all right? Then we've got the Washington Capitals, also of the NHL. Backstrom, Alex O and them. Alex O, one of the greats now. Let's not... he's the Gretzky of his time, the Lemieux of his time. What can you say? But he's bigger and stronger than them. So it might not be a fair comparison, but at any rate, Alex O and the Washington Capitals going out to see Schmaltz and Dvorak of the Arizona Coyotes. Arizona, they let us down the other night. I don't think they're going to do that tonight. They're a plus 125 favorite on the money line at home. Take that. All right? Take that. Arizona at home, plus 125 on the money line. If you want to take it on the puck line, you don't trust it, that's your business. The official show pick is going to be plus 125 on the money line for Arizona. All right? And then in college basketball, I like this game. Got Louisville on the road at Clemson. All right? Now, Louisville, we're familiar with Louisville style a little bit because Chris Mack, he was here at the other school, the other university in the Republic of Cincinnati. Xavier, that blue team, the Musketeers, fake ass swordsmen and whatnot, fencing and all that, shout out to them. But, you're the other school. You're not the University of Cincinnati. You're the other school, the little brother. We love you, though. Just sometimes you're a little hard-headed. Like to show out in front of mom and them, when we play in the crosstown showdown or whatever we're calling it now. They don't like to call it the shootout because they would get into a big fight or something. A couple Xavier kids got their ass whooped. But at any rate, Chris Mack and he's got his man's Nora. What's his name? Yeah, Jordan Nora. And then there's Stephen Enoch. Yeah, Stephen Enoch is his name. There's Xavier's leading two scorers. I think Nora averages 18. And Enoch averages 10. They're going to Clemson to take on Amir Ennis. And the kid's name's Tevin something. I forget. Tevin Miles, I believe is his name. Yeah. Sims and Miles. And they average 13 and 12 respectively for Clemson, all right? Now, Clemson they play decent defense, all right? They shoot 42% from the field. They hold you to like 41%, but they're not a good rebounding team. And this is the game where Nwora is going to tear them up. He's going to get a double-double. And Louisville's favorite by 5.5. Louisville's going to win this game easily. All right, so we're going to take Louisville minus 5.5 on the road, all right? So those are your three picks. Let's rehash it, all right? We've got in the NHL, first game, we've got Chicago at Calgary, taking Calgary at home on the money line. Also, you've got Washington at Arizona, taking Arizona on the money line, plus 125, all right? Washington kind of shady on the road sometimes, especially this late in the year where, where they're kind of already set for the playoffs. They ain't really trying to do too much more. Washington's a little shady on the road. We're going to take Arizona at home, plus 125 on the money line. And then in college basketball, Chris Mack, Louisville Cardinals, going to Clemson. Like they say in the stands, them high school games, this ain't football. Louisville, minus 5.5, all right, on the road at Clemson in men's college basketball, all right? So there you have it. You got plenty of time to get your action in, plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. All right? The show's motto. There's games to be played. There's money to be made. We'll be back tomorrow with some action for you. There's going to be a light day because of the NBA All-Star Game, which we will not be doing. The NBA All-Star Game. We don't do exhibitions, all right? That will not be on this show. I hate to tell you that. So if you plan on coming back to listen for that, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'll have other action for you, all right? And then, like I said, if we're not already hooked up on social media, let's do that. My Twitter is @Fame Rothstein, FAME ROTHSTEIN. Instagram @Fame_Rothstein, FAME_ROTHSTEIN. Okay? My email is famerothstein@yahoo.com. Same spelling, FAMEROTHSTEIN. And, so you have this show on YouTube on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Plus, I give you a rant and one pick on Wednesday, just on YouTube. No podcast on Wednesday, just YouTube. And while you're at it, before you go, like and subscribe to this show right now. Hit that like button. Hit that right quick. Subscribe right now. Hit that for me before you go. Sign up for notifications too, right? Do that right now for me. All right? Leave a comment. I don't care. I respond. Not negatively. I take constructive criticism along with the praise, all right? Along with the hate as well. So go ahead, leave a comment, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it. But until then, everybody stay safe, stay warm out here in these streets. Send some positive thoughts to the troops overseas, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it on YouTube and the podcast. But until then, everybody, stay safe. Peace.